Hi, Carson. This is Mrs. Grube. And so I just wanted to go through with you. I think I'm understanding your questions for the Los Colores rough draft, but I thought it would be easier if we could look at the rough draft slides together and then hopefully be able to go through it. So this is just, this title here. Make sure that you've read this information. If you need more time than tomorrow night at 11:59, that's fine. Just send me a message to let me know that so I know. Here's what I'm going to be looking for are your adjectives after the noun. Do your object and adjective match? Did you complete the rough draft correctly? And do you have a final object that matches your theme? And this is actually not worth 50 points. This is worth 100 points. So that was a mistake that we fixed in class. All right, so placement of adjectives, when we are talking about Spanish, our adjective right now that we know is the color word, that's always going to go after the word it is describing. So in English, I say the blue shirt, but in Spanish, I would say la camisa azul, which translates to the shirt blue. So make sure when you're talking about your objects, you're putting the noun, the object first, and then after that, the adjective, which would be your color word. Okay. The other thing you need to make sure is that your gender and the color word match in gender adjective agreement. So if you are using one of these colors, rosado, blanco, negro, rojo, anaranjado, amarillo, or morado, and your object is la. Remember, I said make sure you're putting the L's and the la's on your brainstorming sheet. So I haven't seen your brainstorming sheet yet, if I'm remembering correctly. So I'm not sure. If I did see it, I can't remember right now, but you will need to know if those things are L's or La's. I'm pretty sure I have not seen that yet. So I can't really help you a lot with that since I don't know what objects you've chosen. But when you do get that chosen, you would want to make sure if it has a la and you're using one of these colors up here, rosado, blanco, negro, rojo, anaranjado, amarillo, or morado, then you have to change that O on the end to an A. So if your object is a shirt, la camisa, and I want to say the red shirt, I would say camisa roja. Okay. You will not change that color or the last letter of a color word unless it is one of these words up here, rosado, blanco, negro, rojo, anaranjado, amarillo, or morado. Okay, so that's just some informational stuff that we spent time on in class. So now let's talk about your pages. All right, your title page goes here, and for an example, like if my book was called Brown Bear, What Do You See? This would be my title, Oso Marron, Que Ves Ahí? So right here, this would be the title of my book. I'm going to have my very first object that I'm using in my book, and I can't help you because I don't know what objects you've chosen. But once I know those objects, that noun or object word would go here, whatever color you're using to describe it. And you say that 2 times. And then que ves ahí just means what do you see? So let's say that I know you mentioned, I think you might be doing NFL jerseys. So, as an example, the word for jersey in Spanish is jersey. And so I would put jersey. Let's just say you're doing, we'll just use marron. Marron, jersey, marron. And then you do your upside down question mark. Que ves ahí? Okay. And so that would be the title of your book if a brown jersey is actually your first object. But like I said, since I'm not sure what your first object is, I'm just putting that out there as an example. All right. So after you finish your title page, then you're going to do your about the author page. That is, for me, I like 5 to 8 sentences. Sorry. equals a paragraph in my class. So 5 to 8 sentences about you. It could be written in first person point of view or third person point of view. Just make sure you're giving me information about you. And I say up here, your name, your age, maybe a few highlights about yourself. You can talk about where you go to school, things you like, anything like that. So that's the about the author page. Then I think your next question was on page 2. Sorry. So page 2 is where you take your title object and your next object. That's where you're going to talk about these. So your title object and color are going to go here. So if you just click here and take this back, and like I said, since I don't know your objects, I'm just kind of making up what you might put. But I think you're using jerseys of NFL teams. So jersey marrón. And you only have to put it one time, que ves ahí. So this says Jersey brown, what do you see? And then whatever your second object is. And like I said, I don't know. So I'm just kind of making it up. You're going to, since you're using jersey and that is a feminine noun, if you're doing all jerseys, you're going to take out un and only use una. And then you would type, let's say it's a orange jersey, jersey naranja. Me mira a mí. So what this says is Jersey brown, what do you see? I see a jersey orange looking at me. Okay, so that would be page 2. On page 3, you're going to take your object. Whoops, sorry, I am clicking all over the place. You're going to take your object that you typed in this bottom part. And so for you, since you're working on the computer, you can just copy that and you can just paste it over. So get rid of that line. And then just paste that in. You will have to make the jersey capital because we want to use proper capitalization. You're going to remember, take out the un again. You'll take out the un every time if you're doing jerseys for your entire book. And then let's say next you see a jersey green. So jersey verde. Okay. So now you're going to copy this. And you're going to go to slide number 4. You're going to take this out. Paste in the last object from your previous page, page 3. And then you need to, take out the un first, as long as you're using all jerseys. And then do your next color jersey. So jersey, let's just say rojo. Except since it's a feminine noun, you'll have to change it to roja. All right. So I hope that helps you understand how to do that back and forth. So you'll get all 11 of your objects in. So let's go all the way down and look at page 12. Page 12, you'll have taken your object, your bottom object from page 11, use it as your top object in page 12, but then it talks about your final object. Okay, so you're looking for something that would see all of the jerseys. It could be a referee, it could be an NFL fan, it could be a coach, it could be a football player. So I'm just going to say that you decide to make it you. So veo Carson, que me mira a mí. So whatever this object is, we'll see. We'll ask it what it sees, and then we'll say, it'll say, I see Carson looking at me. Okay, so that would be page 12. Then on page 13, on page 13, you're going to type your final object again. And so for you, as an example, I said that would be Carson. And you don't have to use that, but you can use that. And so then it says Carson. Que ves ahí? So Carson, what do you see? And then you are going to wait on this page. Okay. don't try to do this page yet. I will help you with this page. This page is a little confusing. If you understand what it's saying, then fine, go ahead and do it, but you will not lose points for not doing this page. In class, we are doing this page tomorrow together, so you are fine to wait on that. I really hope that this helps. If there are any other questions you have, let me know. Remember, if you need more time, send me a message to let me know. I hope you have a great night, and I will either see your work soon or talk to you soon. Adios.